of unveiling the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. It lies deep under the hood, but makes a huge difference to the overall experience with the smartphone. Pro-grade charging. Now let's take a step back and look at the various devices in the market from competition brands and how they stack up when it comes to charging technology. Of course, you have phones with maybe 15-watt charging, if you really push the boundaries, 20, and if you were to take a bold leap backwards, you'll actually have a 30-watt fast charger in your device. But with the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, we said we need to take the charging technology to the big boys table. The Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G comes with 67-watt turbocharger. And this is combined with a massive 5,000 mAh 2-day battery. And when you look at this combination of 67-watt fast turbocharging and a 5,000 mAh 2-day battery, what you essentially get is, hold your breath, an entire day's charge in just 15 minutes. Thank you. Imagine what 15 minutes means in your life. It's probably a shower, a quick breakfast, maybe the amount of time it takes for you to wait in a coffee shop to get your coffee. It is that quick, an entire day's charge in just 15 minutes. So we went to the next step and said, all right, this is great, but how does it benchmark with other competition devices in the same segment? The jury is clear. The 67-watt turbocharge in the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G delivers double the battery life in just 15 minutes, because the best that competition can get to is about 36% of charge in that duration. And we said, why stop with phones only in the same segment? Let's take the game up higher, and we also benchmarked with flagship devices. The jury is once again clear. The 67-watt turbocharge in the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G once again delivers twice the charge even as compared to flagship devices, some of which cost 1 lakh rupees. It delivers twice the charge in just 15 minutes, and this is very clearly a game changer, another example of how we have made the best even better. But let's double click and try and understand how does this 67-watt turbocharge actually work. Traditionally, in battery charging, you have like a linear charge where the charge starts at one end of the battery and goes all the way up to the other. But in the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, we have introduced dual split fast charge. Essentially what happens there is that you start charging from the middle and it goes way up to both the sides, which means the entire charging is a lot more faster and a lot more efficient, giving you that quick one-day charge in just 15 minutes. And if you thought that was all, I have one more thing to share with you this afternoon. With the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, you get the 67-watt turbocharger worth 1,999 rupees in the box. And this is an era where many competition devices are actually downgrading to 20 and 30-watt charger. And in fact, you also have examples of brands removing the charger from the device. No, we want to provide that complete, uncompromised experience, which is why you have the 67-watt turbocharger in the box. And that's still not all. This 67-watt turbocharger is that one charger to fuel them all, whether it's your smartphone, your earbuds, your tablet, even your laptop. So the next time you're traveling, all you need is this one 67-watt turbocharger, and it can power up all of your devices, of course, assuming your device supports USB-C, which is super, super cool. To sum up, the pro-grade charging on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, a 5,000 mAh 2-day battery, 67-watt turbocharge, fueling up that device for an entire day's charge in just 15 minutes, thanks to the dual split fast charge technology. Moving on. With the Redmi Note 10 Pro series and the premium evolved design that it had, We truly set the standard. It was very, very well appreciated for the premium chic feel that that device gave. And when you were set up with the challenge of making the best even better, it's not going to be an easy task. So we set out and came out with a whole new design language for the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, which we affectionately call the Evol Pro design. And let's take a look at that. Feedback and kudos that we received for the display, we said obviously the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus also deserves a Super AMOLED experience. And this Super AMOLED display on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G comes with an amazing 1200 nits of peak brightness. Now, of course, you'll realize that anything above 1000 nits is truly flagship grade. Since we said, hey, we need to make the best even better, we have 1200 nits of peak brightness on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. And the advantage of such a high 1200 nits peak brightness level is the fact that your screen looks absolutely clean and the text is clear, even under the harshest of lighting conditions, even if that's outdoor. And more importantly, when you're viewing content, when you're watching content, it's not only the brightness, but the high contrast between the blacks and whites, which makes for a truly immersive visual experience when you're watching movies. In fact, if you were to take a movie like Interstellar, it'll probably look stellar on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G's display. Of course, a lot of you know that an AMOLED display, a Super AMOLED display, is indeed better than an LCD display. Well, of course, LCD displays are good. However, they do have their challenges and constraints in terms of a lower contrast ratio, lower peak brightness levels, and are often more power hungry. Not just that, in the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, we have added pro-grade fluidity with 120 Hertz refresh rate. And what that means is you have twice as many frames per second as compared to a 60 Hz refresh rate, which obviously results in extremely smooth scrolling and seamless gaming, and which is a true delight for your eyes. And for all you gamers out there, it also boasts of a 360 Hz touch sampling rate for quick and responsive gaming, so that you can go for that kill exactly at the very moment that you want it. All of this, no doubt, when put together, makes this the best display experience thanks to the Super AMOLED display and the 120 Hz screen cased in a 6.67 inch, a 16.94 centimeter immersive viewing experience. It not just provides for a rich and vibrant visual experience, but is also easy on the eye thanks to the SGS Eye Care certification, reading mode 3.2, sunlight display, anything that can make it truly valuable for you. We have packed that into the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus's Super AMOLED display. But the visual experience is often incomplete without a great audio experience. So to ensure that you have absolutely the right audio-visual multimedia experience, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G also comes with dual stereo speakers, so that when you're watching movies, you're right in there in the midst of that action. Summing up, the pro-grade display on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, 120 Hz Super AMOLED screen with a peak brightness of 1200 nits, Corning's Gorilla Glass 5 in the front, pretty much everything that you would want to have an immersive visual experience, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus's 5G display offers it because the Redmi Note series is so loved. We need to ensure that we pack nothing but the best in this device. And when it comes to packing nothing but the best in any device, the other consideration most people have when they're considering any phone are the camera capabilities of that phone. And we are pulling off an interesting surprise for you this afternoon to talk about the camera section. So it's time next to talk about the pro-grade tech powering the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. Now this is a 5G device, and 5G devices in the mid-ranges are interesting. But before we talk about that, some context on the benefits that 5G brings to the table. Now, some of these are known to many of us. 5G offers substantially faster speeds, which means you could even download Ultra HD content in a matter of a few seconds. It boasts of significantly lower latency, which means faster response times, and therefore enabling much more seamless gaming. It also provides increased concurrency, which is the number of connections that can be live on the network at any point of time. Typically take a crowded situation like a stadium, like a sports stadium, right, where you have tens and thousands of people. You understand situations where 4G LTE networks start failing in such situations. Not so with 5G. It can support significantly higher concurrent connections. And last but not the least, because you get great high speed from your 5G network, you don't have to rely on public Wi-Fi, and hence you can keep your data a lot more private and secure instead of relying on 5G networks. But I started off by saying, in the mid-rangers, having 5G smartphones is an interesting conundrum. And it's an interesting conundrum because all of us understand that 5G chipsets are a little bit more expensive than 4G chipsets. And what that means are that choices are to be made. And in some cases, thanks to the Snapdragon 695 processor that powers the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, a super efficient 6nm processor delivering high performance thanks to the ARM Cortex A78 cores and providing super fast and super efficient gaming with the Adreno 619 GPU. Now with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 processor, that makes this device the fastest Redmi Note yet. And if you thought that was all, no. The Snapdragon 695 powering the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G punches way above its weight and is actually faster than many of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 700 series processors. Truly pro-grade processor for the pro-grade phone, which is the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. Through rigorous usage and in order to ensure that whether it's videography or GPS usage or gaming or multitasking, in order to ensure consistent peak performance, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G has liquid cooling technology which just keeps it chugging along without any issues at all, even under intense usage conditions. Summing up, the pro-grade tech in the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 processor, which offers a complete and comprehensive, uncompromised 5G experience, liquid cooling technology, UFS 2.2 storage up to 256 GB, and also expandable storage up to 1 terabyte, LPDDR4X RAM, 8 extendable by an additional 3 GB, courtesy the RAM extension feature. 15 minutes. Let's take a look at a video.